Ever feel like the world is spinning out of control and you just getting swept up in the chaos? We've all been there. Stress, anxiety, frustration, they can hit us like a tidal wave. But what if I told you there's an ancient philosophy, over 2,000 years old, that holds the key to staying calm and centered, no matter what life throws at you? Today, we diving deep into the wisdom of Stoicism and uncovering 5 powerful lessons that will help you build unshakable inner peace. This isn't just theory. These are practical tools you can start using right away. So, if you're ready to trade anxiety for tranquility, stick around. Let's start with the absolute foundation of Stoicism, the rule of control, or what the Stoics called the dichotomy of control. It's a simple but life-changing idea. Imagine drawing a circle. Inside the circle, you put everything you have direct control over. What's in there? Your thoughts, your beliefs, your choices, your actions, and your responses. That's it. Now, outside that circle is everything else. The weather, the traffic, what other people think of you, the economy, whether your favorite team wins or loses. The Stoics teach us that all our suffering, all our frustration and anxiety comes from trying to control what's outside our circle. Think about it. You're stuck in a traffic jam, getting later and later for an important meeting. You feel your blood pressure rising. You're honking the horn, cursing at the driver in front of you. But does any of that change the situation? Nope. The traffic is outside your control. What is inside your control? Your response. You could use that time to listen to a podcast, practice deep breathing, or call ahead to let them know you'll be late. The moment you shift your focus from what you can't control to what you can, you reclaim your power and your peace. Epictetus, a former slave who became one of the great Stoic philosophers, said it best. Some things are in our control and others not. It sounds simple, but truly living by this principle is a game changer. So next time you feel that wave of frustration building, ask yourself, is this inside my circle of control? If not, let it go. Focus your energy where it actually matters, on your own actions and attitude. This leads us perfectly into our second lesson. Choose your response. The Stoic philosopher Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, famously wrote, "Between stimulus and response there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and our freedom." This is one of the most empowering ideas you will ever encounter. Things happen to us all the time. A colleague makes a rude comment. Your project gets a negative review. Your flight gets canceled. These are the stimuli. The automatic, knee-jerk reaction might be to get angry, feel defeated, or panic. But Stoicism teaches us that we don't have to be slaves to our immediate reactions. There is always a moment, however brief, where we can pause, take a breath, and consciously choose a better, more constructive response. Someone cuts you off in traffic. The stimulus. Your immediate reaction might be to yell. But pause. In that space, you can choose. You can choose to get angry and ruin your own mood, or you can choose to let it go. Maybe even imagine that person is rushing to a hospital. You choose compassion over conflict. A boss criticizes your work in front of the team. The stimulus. The gut reaction is to feel embarrassed and defensive. But pause. You can choose to see it as a personal attack, or you can choose to see it as an opportunity for feedback and growth. You can ask clarifying questions and show your commitment to improving. This isn't about suppressing your emotions. It's about acknowledging them and then deciding not to let them dictate your actions. You are the master of your response. Practice creating that space. When something upsetting happens, take a deep breath before you say or do anything. That single breath can be the difference between a day ruined by anger and a day managed with wisdom and grace. Our third Stoic lesson for staying calm is all about managing your expectations. The Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively in his personal journal, now known as Meditations. He had a practice every morning where he would tell himself, "Today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness." Now, that might sound incredibly pessimistic, but it's actually a brilliant psychological trick. He wasn't hoping for a bad day. He was preparing for reality. The Stoics understood that a huge source of our emotional turmoil comes from the gap between our expectations and reality. We expect the commute to be smooth, people to be polite, and our plans to go off without a hitch. Then, when reality inevitably proves to be messy and unpredictable, we get upset. The Stoic solution isn't to become a pessimist and expect the worst all the time. It's to have realistic, flexible expectations. Hope for the best, but prepare for the obstacles. This is sometimes called premeditatio malorum, or the premeditation of evils. Before starting a big project, don't just visualize success. Also take a moment to think about what could go wrong. Your computer could crash. A key team member might get sick. A client could change their mind. By considering these possibilities beforehand, you're not jinxing yourself. You're mentally preparing. If they happen, you won't be shocked and thrown off balance. You'll be ready with a plan B. You'll think, yes, I considered this might happen. Here's what I'll do. It strips away the shock and panic, leaving you with a calm, problem-solving mindset. So, adjust your expectations. Embrace the fact that life is unpredictable. By expecting a few bumps in the road, you'll navigate them with far more ease and a lot less stress. Lesson number 4 is a simple yet profound one. Embrace the power of silence. In a world that is constantly noisy, filled with notifications, opinions, and endless chatter, silence is a superpower. The Stoics knew this well. Zeno, the founder of Stoicism, famously said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we should listen more than we say." There is immense strength and composure to be found in silence. When you're in a heated argument or a tense meeting, what's the first impulse? To jump in, to defend yourself, to get the last word in. But what happens if you just stay silent? What if you just listen? Often, the other person will talk themselves out. They'll reveal their true concerns, and you'll gain a much deeper understanding of the situation. Your silence gives you space to think instead of just reacting. It projects confidence and control. You're not being passive, you're being strategic. Seneca, another great Stoic, advised that we should be frugal with our words. He believed that speaking too much often leads to regret. How many times have you said something in the heat of the moment and wished you could take it back? Silence is your shield against that. It prevents you from adding fuel to the fire. It also applies to our inner world. We're constantly talking to ourselves, often in a critical or anxious way. Practice moments of inner silence. Meditation is a great tool for this, but it can be as simple as taking a few minutes to just sit and observe your surroundings without judgment. Let the world be without needing to comment on it, either out loud or in your head. In silence, you find clarity, you find peace, and you find the wisdom to speak only when your words can truly improve upon the silence. So, the next time you feel compelled to speak immediately, try a moment of quiet. You'll be amazed at the power it gives you. Our final Stoic lesson today is perhaps the most comforting of all. This too shall pass. These 4 simple words are a powerful reminder of the impermanence of everything. Marcus Aurelius constantly reflected on this in his meditations. He reminded himself that mighty empires fall, famous people are forgotten, and that all things, both good and bad, are temporary. When you're in the midst of a crisis, when you're feeling overwhelmed by pain, stress, or grief, it can feel like it's going to last forever. Your mind gets stuck in a loop, replaying the worst-case scenarios. This is when you need to step back and whisper to yourself, "This too shall pass. This difficult project will end. This argument will be resolved. This feeling of sadness will not last forever." This isn't about dismissing your feelings or pretending the problem isn't real. It's about putting it in perspective. It's a dose of reality that breaks the spell of panic. The pain you feel is real, but it is not permanent. This perspective helps you endure. It gives you the strength to weather the storm, knowing that clear skies are ahead. And importantly, this applies to the good times as well. When you're experiencing joy, success, and happiness, remember, this too shall pass. This doesn't mean you should be sad. It means you should savor it. Appreciate the good moments fully, because they are precious and fleeting. This dual-sided wisdom helps you avoid despair in hard times and cultivates gratitude in good times. It keeps you grounded and resilient, able to face the ups and downs of life with a steady, calm heart. So there you have it, 5 Stoic lessons to help you stay calm in any situation. First, focus only on what you can control. Second, remember you always have the power to choose your response. Third, manage your expectations to avoid disappointment. Fourth, embrace the strategic power of silence. And fifth, remember that all things, good and bad, shall pass. These aren't just ancient philosophical ideas. They are practical, everyday tools for a more peaceful and resilient life. Start with just one. The next time you feel stressed, pick one of these lessons and apply it. See how it changes your perspective. Building this mental fortitude takes practice, but it's one of the most rewarding skills you can ever develop. Thank you so much for joining me today on this journey into Stoic wisdom. I hope you found these lessons as valuable as I have. If you did, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content on living a better, more intentional life. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these lessons resonated with you the most? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.